So Mayor Brown, what do you think Black history means to the River City?
Well, I think it means a lot to the River City. We have so many great leaders who are right here in the River City who paid great leadership for those who've come before them and after them. And so when I think about A. Philip Randolph, right here in his park, who was a great labor leader that changed the course of history in our country. When I think about James Weldon Johnson, who was also born here in Jacksonville, and we sing his song all around the world. Right here with Bob Bullet Hayes, who was not only a great track star, but a great NFL player. Jacksonville is rich in history in a very diverse way. Claire White Mission, who would feed the hungry and the poor. And you have a historical black college here, Edward Waters College, the land of the Taggers, that's given so much to our community. So it means a lot. History means a lot. And it's not just black history for the black community, but history for the city. Everyone benefits from all of the rich history that we have in this great city.
So one more question about that, and this is more about you and what Black history figure has impacted your life the most and why?
Well, I think my mother and my grandmother, who are great individuals in their own right, that really empowered me to be the best that I can be and appreciate everything that one could have in America and this country. Dr. Martin Luther King III, Jr. and the third, the son, Martin Luther King III, and the father, and the King family, who really focused on justice for everyone, to get a good education, to get a good, decent job. And so I think individuals like that, Rosa Parks, who really epitomize what really sitting down and not moving is all about, which is interesting now. Young people don't have the patience, they can't wait. We got to do everything in instant time, and so I think those individuals really had an impact.
Let's talk about some Jacksonville landmarks and start with Claire White Mission. What significance does that have to our city?
Well, it speaks to who we are as a city. Claire White Mission reaches out to those who are less fortunate, those who really need a helping hand to become good, productive citizens who've fallen on a hard time. So providing housing and food and jobs, it still exists today, and it's very powerful, and it's run by Jacoby Pittman, who's doing a great job in our city to really work with all the other stakeholders to try to close the opportunity gap when it comes for jobs and housing.
And Jacksonville has 4 major colleges, and one of them is Edward Waters College. What do you think the significance there is?
Well, I think Edward Waters College plays a major role in our city. You know, I had a chance to go to EWC. I'm a tagger. The president of Edward Waters College, Nathaniel Glover, is a tagger and an offspring of UNF. So it's rich history. Started in 1866 and exists today to provide young people an opportunity to reach their God-given potential through education, which is important. And I believe education is a great equalizer, and that college, that historical black college, has given so much to this city.
And let's talk about Brewster Hospital.
Well, Brewster Hospital, the first hospital in our city, black hospital, has played a major role. You know, nursing was always a big area in this city, and it's one of the top growth industries, healthcare in this city, and it's played a major role. We restored Brewster Hospital, so it's up, and it's going to be a treasured history in this city that you can go visit and see and do a tour. But again, Brewster Hospital is another interesting fact about history in Jacksonville that had an impact on this whole city.
And one of the places here you can go to learn a lot about African American history, obviously, is the Ritz Museum and Theater.
The Ritz Museum and Theater, right downtown, where you can find the history of African Americans, those who paved the way for others, and really give you a sense of the richness of black history in Jacksonville. The theater is one landmark which is in a great area of town. It used to be an area called the Villa, which it is now, but it was thriving for African Americans, and so it's another location you can go to get more information.
And of course, we're standing here in A. Philip Randolph Park.
Yes, A. Philip Randolph Park, the labor movement, A. Philip Randolph, who really pushed the labor movement back in the days, and working with former presidents to get fair labor practicing, to give people an opportunity to get a decent job so they can take care of your family. And you know, we do have a Director Tony Hill, who was an ILA labor guy who worked on the docks, is now working at City Hall as the Director of Federal Affairs. So labor has always played a big part of our history, and particularly Black history.
And last but certainly not least, the gentleman in the statue behind you, Bob Hayes.
Bob Hayes, Bullet Bob Hayes, which is a testament of hard work and determination of someone who can play not only football for the Dallas Cowboys, but run track, become a world track star, that has the Bob Hayes track and field meet every year at Range High School. Is really a good thing for this city. So people come from all around the world to participate in that track meet, and Bob Hayes is living with us today, his spirit. And in this park, it's amazing what happens when one person is determined to be successful and has an impact on so many others.
And just some final thoughts and maybe a closing statement for the next generation.
Well, I just want young people to know that if you work hard and play by the rules, you can live the American dream. You have to go to school, do a good job, get a good education, go on to college, or get a job and get some post-education, get some more training. But you have an opportunity to be all you can be. There are a lot of people who paid the price so that we can really have our freedom. Those who served in the military, Tuskegee Airmen, all of the Mumford Marines who fought for this country, they all paid a price so that we can enjoy our freedom and do well. And so I always say to people, give it your best, do your best, and be a trailblazer.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thanks for having me.